How's this look on camera? I can't see.
It looks great, but you can't see.
Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the Test the Chick podcast.
Dude, it's the Call Girls Investment Club podcast. Oh, thank you. What was I going to tell you?
So, Mom,
I'm
what
back in the living. I've rejoined the living. Okay, so last week we didn't do a podcast.
Yeah, we didn't.
Do you know, I was ready to give up. I was dead as a trader. I was here's the thing. I'm a pattern day trader according to Schwab. I've been with Schwab a long time. I recommended it to everybody. I was a fool. You're right. Robinhood is so much better. Oh my God. But it's hard to change, you know? It's hard to get used to new things. So, do you know what a pattern day trader is?
Yes, I know.
So if you make 4 day trades where you buy and sell in the same day, you're in a 5-day period, you're a pattern day trader.
Right.
So Robinhood has that great thing where it's right on your screen and it shows 5 circles or 4 circles or something, and they fill in. I haven't seen it actually since I signed up. Where is that screen anyway?
I don't know.
Do you need more cable?
I'm afraid of pulling on it because of that.
There you go. So I was tagged a pattern day trader, and I didn't know what I did. And all of a sudden I couldn't trade, and I called Schwab and they said, "You're a pattern day trader." And I said, "What is that?" And explained it, right?
Right.
They don't have the 4 circles. So I was kind of new to it. So they said, "Okay, we can waive the pattern day trader and we can reset you." So they did that. And they said, "Just be careful not to do 4 trades in 5 days." So they don't have any way of following it, and I must have screwed up because I did it a second time, right?
Right.
Once you do it a second time, they said, actually 2 or 3 times I did it, and they kept resetting it for me. I kept getting new people on the phone. But finally they said, "No, we can't reset it. You are stuck being a pattern day trader," right? So then I got worse. I'm worse than a pattern day trader. There's a thing where you're restricted by the SEC. When you put a trade in, sometimes when you go to buy a stock, they'll do it in two groups, 2 chunks. And that counts as 2 trades. I'm pretty sure that's what really got me in the end, is one of my trades went through as 2 trades. You know, if you went to buy 100 shares and they bought 50 here and 50 there.
Right.
So I was counting so carefully, and I did that. So then I got completely locked. And I'm like, why am I completely locked? I can't make any trades at all. And they said, you have to have $25,000 in your account at all times, or you can't make any trades. So
you can't make any trades?
Nothing.
I thought it was just you can't make
you can
day
sell.
trades.
You can. Yeah, that's what I thought. No, you can't make any trades. So I was in a position and it sunk below the 25 grand. And then I was trapped, right? So then I was trapped. I felt I can't sell this now because then I'll never be able to trade again. And finally, last week, I got to the point where I was well, I think it's going down. I'm going to sell it. Maybe I'll come up with some other cash somewhere or something. And I sold. And it was I'll never trade again. What am I doing a podcast? I can't trade anymore. You know?
Right. And then you joined Robinhood.
Well, first of all, there's a way to get around the pattern day trader thing, which is you go to a different organization. I went to TD Ameritrade. I did that. And then they merged with Schwab, so I still couldn't do it. That was a couple of years ago. But when I went to Robinhood, it's like starting over. I can't believe all the perks of being at Robinhood. First of all, when I sold everything and I went to transfer my money into Robinhood, they immediately gave me the ability to trade.
Yeah.
So
that's a big one that I knew about already.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's okay. Any other place like Schwab, you wait 3 days for your check to clear. Oh my God, with Schwab, I have been using the same bank for a decade, and I'll transfer money in it, and they make me wait 3 days to use the money. And I'll see these trades, like Tesla last week. So with Robinhood, I was able to buy Tesla. And then I also bought Bitcoin. And I feel like I had beginner's luck because both of those, I doubled my money. It was really good.
I'm really glad.
There's a cat here just totally digging into me.
Do you have anything to add?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I see her. She's real frisky with you.
Okay. So there's like a bunch of... Here, can you take her?
She's... Oh, no. Ow, I'm not wearing good pants for this. Hi. Hi, friend. Hello.
That was evil of me.
Friend acquired.
Okay, instant access to cash, the day trading warning. Oh, my name change. With Robinhood, my account still said that old evil last name I used to have that I'm trying to change everywhere. But
yeah,
with their name change, if I remember correctly, because this was like a week ago and I don't remember that long.
Okay.
And you just go in there and you type the new name and they're like, okay, fine. With Schwab, it's like, show us your divorce documents, bring your social security number and your birth certificate, and then you have to fax it to us, and then you have to mail this and wait 17 days, Okay, real-time bids
Is she
and
on
asks.
The camera? I think she's in frame a little bit.
Robinhood has real-time bids and asks. That's something where they show how many people are going to buy, how many people are going to... I haven't found the screen yet. I'm still trying to find my way. I had to do YouTube videos to try to figure out how to make my first trade in Robinhood.
Right.
You said it's like intuitive, right?
It is!
But
it's so intuitive compared to Schwab.
I totally get what you mean about Schwab being an old lady kind of website. It's totally an old lady. I can't put it into words exactly how, but it's like Robinhood has what's trending, what the hot top stocks are.
I think the phrase that I most find true is I said, hey, remember when you gave grandma an iPhone and you were like, oh, it's so intuitive, it's so easy to use, and grandma's like, I don't fucking know how to use this thing. That's you with Robinhood.
Oh my God. You know how I'm always harassing you like, well, just look at it long enough and you'll figure it out? I kept thinking I would go into your room. You're always sleeping late. And I'm like, how the fuck do I do this? I want to make a trade, And I was like, okay, I always tell Michael he has to look at it long. And I'm like, I had to watch 2 YouTube videos just to make my first trade.
I didn't need to do that. That was really
so
intuitive
sad
to me.
And then I was afraid to I couldn't make any day trades because I was like, I have to learn how to sell the stock, and that's going to take all day to do, and I won't be able to sell it in time.
Oh, no.
So immediately I thought, okay, Robinhood's so good, I want to know what their stock ticker is. It's not traded on the stock market. It's private. Did we already talk about this?
Wouldn't it?
Well, Schwab is traded on the stock market.
I see.
And E-Trade. But you know what?
When Robinhood goes public, are people going to be going to buy Robinhood on Robinhood?
Yes. Yes, they will. And that's like a snake eating its tail, isn't it? Okay. So like in Schwab, you can click on an area and you see the list of all your orders that you've placed, the open orders, the closed orders.
Right.
I cannot find that.
Yeah, that's a little... You have to go into your... I don't know. I haven't used Robinhood long enough to know that.
So I have touched all the buttons multiple times, and the only way I can figure out so far is you can click on the stock and see what you own, but to find the orders, I actually go to my messages.
Actually, I think that's what it is. That's what I did for it, at least. I don't know if there's another better way.
That's disturbing.
A little, yeah.
I mean, with Schwab, you can download a spreadsheet, and
yeah,
it's like...
That's the problem with Robinhood is there's the lack of spreadsheets.
So maybe if I go on the computer, maybe their website will have it where their phone app doesn't. Do you think that's the case?
Or you can keep your own spreadsheet and just record, here I bought for this much.
Yeah, I think I better.
I think that's the best way to do it because I don't think Robinhood actually does keep track of that. I think that's one of their failings.
That's scary because at tax time, I have spreadsheets of 500 trades or 1,000 trades. And
right.
That's going to be a lot of work if I have to do that. Surely they must have. I don't know.
The cat has decided that she wants to be on both of our laps at the same time, and so this is the solution she's come up with.
I want to say something about margin because I signed up for this thing. I signed up for the gold.
Yeah, and then that lets you trade on margin, right?
Yeah, it lets you trade on margin, lets you see the bid and ask, which I can't find. So the problem is they don't ever have like a place where it says what is your portfolio value. They have what you have invested, what the value of that is, I think.
No, I think their home screen is your full portfolio. It's like
It's two parts. The top was everything I have invested, I think.
yeah.
And then the bottom is buying power. Well, buying power is double what my cash is. And for the longest time, I was like, how did I get an extra so many dollars? And I'm like really confused. Like, how did I get so rich? What's going on? And it's because they're displaying double whatever your cash is because of the margin. And I think that's really misleading for newcomers.
Yeah, a little maybe.
If you were just getting on there for the first time and you said, oh, I want to get gold because that's better, you know?
I think they're assuming that the people who are getting gold are people who are already experienced with the program, at least a little bit.
Well, I got gold because I'm experienced with the stock market, but I looked at that and it's like, I think it's really tempting for people to say, oh, I got 10 grand and they really only have 5 grand. And so they spend the 10 grand and margin can be really dangerous, you know?
It can, yeah.
Do you have gold?
I do not.
Maybe that's a smart idea.
At the moment, because I don't think I have enough. Well, maybe I could get gold and trade on margin. That might be
Trading on margin is dangerous.
It is.
No, I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay, that's fair. I should get better at trading first.
Well, you're trading with borrowed money. I don't think it's a good idea for anyone, to tell the truth, which is why I trade options.
Right.
It's like trading on margin, but you're not risking any money that's not yours.
Yeah, but you're risking more money.
Not really. You're risking less money, but it's a riskier risk.
So you're risking the same amount of money, but you're risking to lose all of it instead of just some of it.
Yeah.
So it is more risky.
Yeah, it's like you're risking less money with it instead of the chance of it going down 10%, the chance of it going down 100%.
You see, the risk is up here, but I'm a genetic freak, so really it's more like 20%.
That is a reference to something, right?
Yeah, it's the wrestling clip that you wouldn't let me play because the audio compression was so bad it hurt your ears.
I'm like losing my voice because I sprayed that orange oil around here because I saw a few flies and I didn't want them to fly through the screen. And
I see.
Now I sound like I'm dying.
Is my hat too far down my forehead?
Yeah, you look like you gotta let people see your eyes.
There we go.
I love that hat. Who made it? Is it on the stock market?
I don't know.
Oh, well, where did we buy it? We bought it at Bass Pro Shop. So yeah, I bet they're on the stock market. I think they're doing really well. They sell guns. Everyone's terrified.
Yeah. Okay.
And they have their own credit card and stuff. And
maybe if I flip the brim on it. Hang on. Let me put it in.
No, you look good. It's just look up once in a while so they know you're a real person.
Now it's in flipped brim mode.
No, I don't. No. Be Clint Eastwood. Don't be Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, I know. It looks weird when I do that.
You have like little strands of hair hanging down. I'm your mom, and I really want to reach over and move them. Okay, so the first thing I bought, I started feeling like we were in trouble with the stock market. It got high again. There's all this strife about the election not being determined. And so I thought, I'll buy Bitcoin.
Right.
I was like, hey, all these millennials on here are like making the new stock market move. What are they into? Bitcoin. And also I looked at the chart. You know how you bought Bitcoin and then you got out and you were like, you didn't make a lot of money on it? You were ahead of your time.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been going up ever since.
Okay.
I don't know what it was when you bought it. Do you remember the price?
It was like something big. It's
like
all
12,000 or something.
It was big enough that Robinhood was like, no, you can't buy 0.006% of Bitcoin. And then they let me buy it anyways. I just had to do a limit buy. I don't know what that was. That was weird.
It could be
Robinhood's
because
weird.
the price fluctuates so much, you had to do a limit.
Probably. That's probably
Yeah, I got
it.
0.5 or so. I put $1,000 in to start. I thought, okay, I'll start slow. Put $1,000 in. I fell in love with Robinhood, and the next day I started selling. I sold all my stuff in Schwab. I transferred it to my bank and transferred it into Robinhood. I couldn't transfer it right into Robinhood, and Robinhood gave me credit instantly, even though it
Nice.
had to go through my bank and everything. It was like, wow. So I bought Bitcoin, and then I kind of chickened out because it went up so much. I made so much money. I was like, this, oh, well, maybe I should sell it. But then I looked at the chart and everything, and it just keeps going up. So I bought it again. I bought three times as much. That's and then with Tesla, okay, so why I bought Bitcoin the second time? Kramer that morning, I was like waking up and listening to the radio, and he said, he basically talking about millennials or Robinhood traders, right?
Right.
He says, oh, they don't sell on the news. You know, they don't buy on the rumor and sell on the news. They buy on the news. And it just keeps going up, and it works for them. So I heard this, and subconsciously I'm thinking about this, right?
Right.
And then, actually, that's why I bought Tesla. Tesla joined the S&P. Remember how they talked about Tesla joining the S&P? It was qualified to join the S&P.
Yeah. And so now it's actually a part of it, right?
Yeah.
And you were saying it's overpriced, but that doesn't matter.
Well, I was thinking that, but when they said it was going to join the S&P, it leaped up, and then it kind of plateaued there, and everybody's waiting. And I told all my followers, well, it's going to join the S&P sooner or later. Okay, so you know what happens when they join the S&P and they have a huge share price and a huge... basically, the S&P is a group of 500 stocks, and there's all these ETFs that trade that group of 500 stocks. There's like
Right.
50 ETFs based on it, maybe more. So all these ETFs, all these trading vehicles have shares in everything in the S&P. Now that Tesla's joining, they have to... Hold on.
Yeah, you're not handling the orange oil very well, are you? Okay. Yo, you guys see that Five Nights at Freddy's game that's coming out? I'm actually excited for it, which is weird because I tried to play the other Five Nights at Freddy's games and I just couldn't. And now this one's coming out, and I'm like, I'm going to get that one on my PS4 and play it because it looks interesting to me. And I like the idea of the story. I like the figure of the kid hiding in the Freddy suit. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to buy this game and I'm going to play it. And then I'm going to put it down and go, okay, I just got to go watch Markiplier play this because I can't handle this.
What is Five Nights at Freddy from? Is that Nintendo?
No, it's from a guy who worked at the dollar store named Scott Cawthon, who made a children's game, and everyone was like, your 3D animals look really creepy and weird. And so he's like, okay, I'll go make a horror game then. And then he did, and he made like $1 billion.
Did this guy make this with a team or individually?
On his own, in like a crappy clicker game engine thing.
Wait, you mean you could make a video game?
Yeah, all he had was 3D model software and this basic click to play the game engine and an idea.
But he did have some artistic non-ability. I mean, ability, but people didn't like it.
His models are really good. At least in terms of horror, like they're pretty all right.
You could do that.
I could probably.
So does he have a company now?
He's partnered with a company. He has a company. It's like Scott Games or something, and he's hired another company, Steel Wool Studios, which are currently developing the modern games, including the new one, which is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, which was shown off at like the PlayStation 5 event and is now like the most viewed video of the games that were revealed at that event. Like it has more views than the God of War trailer.
So business-wise, if you created your own business, in what ways is he affiliated with all these other companies. Like, they know his game is popular now, but when he was not popular, how did he get in with all these companies like PlayStation?
Well, he wasn't. He just put his game up on Steam.
Is that still a thing that people can do, or is it different now?
Yeah, that's something people can do.
You could do that.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't have game.
But you understand games.
I understand game, but I need to make game, and that takes art and also sound.
So you feel like your art isn't worthy, but couldn't you do like Stickman art?
I could make Stickman game. I'm thinking of doing that actually, but that also takes time investment, and right now I need to find a job.
Huh.
Hire me, please.
Oh, there's one last thing I wanted to say about Tesla, and that is, okay. Can we talk about, and we're not going to talk about politics, can we talk about COVID at all? Because I feel like it's like way exaggerated and blown out of proportion, and a bunch of lies are coming out.
I don't know.
I don't want to talk about that so much. I just want to say the media. Okay, so.
Hey, welcome back.
So the Tesla joining the S&P. These ETFs have like 500, shares of 500 companies in them, and they're weighted according to the value of the company or whatever. In order to put Tesla in there, which is going to happen, I believe, on December 21st, they have to sell shares of everything else to make room for Tesla. Tesla's huge.
Right.
So what do you think is going to happen to all the shares of all these other companies?
They go up or down? I'm not sure.
If they're getting rid of selling shares of this stuff in the future on that day,
then I think the price goes up because they're in more demand.
No, less demand. They're selling.
Well, they're selling, obviously, but people...
The ETFs are selling, dumping. It makes the price go down.
Okay.
And then they're buying Tesla.
Well, the thing is, whenever one person's selling one thing, that means a bunch of other people are buying it.
Yeah, okay. So if I want to sell you this bottle of water and you don't really want it, and I'll sell it for $10, and you're like, no, then I'll be like, okay, how about $5?
No, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
But
no, I know I put you on the spot.
At the time, I was confused because I was like, well, if they have to sell it, that means that it's like, oh, this is an opportunity for us to get this new stock. I'll buy it for more money.
You're jumping ahead to the next step. So, but that's not my next step. That's not where I'm going with this. I'm basically saying these ETFs are all, like, tons of ETFs who have tons of this stock are all going to dump it and buy Tesla. So Tesla will go up relative to the other 500 companies that are right in there now.
Right.
So the minute they announced it, Tesla stock shot up like 10, 16%, something like that. And I had just bought it that morning before the announcement. It's so freaking weird. Yeah, I was like looking at my options and they doubled in value. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to, I told all my followers, I think this is going to keep going up for a while. I mean, obviously, it's probably going to keep going up till December 31st or 21st. But I still sold it because it was like I doubled my money. I was like, okay, I need to take a breather. This is crazy. I just joined Robinhood and already I doubled my money.
Congratulations.
I'm definitely back. I thought I was dead as a trader last weekend. And then we went to the mountains and relaxed, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it's over. I don't see any point in doing the Call Girls Investment Club anymore.
You went to the mountains and you acquired Zen yet again, and it has refreshed your ability to trade the stock market.
And I'm back. And you acquired a hat.
I acquired a hat. It's very important to me.
So the reason I brought up COVID is the headlines were like, oh, the Standard & Poor's is selling off as COVID rages. And COVID is just the same. And they're like, stock market hits the lowest ever on Thursday. It's a disaster, and it's like, no, people are selling it because they know they're going to have to bring Tesla. This is my theory. They're going to have to bring Tesla in and they're dumping it.
Right.
I mean, and also all those other things rose already so much. It's like, so There was like a day when everything was red except Tesla, and that was the day I bought Tesla that morning.
Right.
I'm trying to think why I bought it that morning.
Because
it was before the announcement.
Let's see what Tesla's up to.
You know, I just gotta say, I feel like I'm on my roll again, you know?
You're doing good.
I did this other post. I have to tell you. I did this other post a bit about Bitcoin the second time I bought it. I saw this guy named John Malone being interviewed. He's an investor. God, this podcast's going to have terrible sound, huh?
I mean, it could be worse. I could be making dog noises over here.
I'm also drinking carbonated water, so I'm just waiting for a belch to come out.
Why are you drinking carbonated water?
I just grabbed it. Okay, so this
Here,
guy...
have this. This water isn't carbonated.
Okay, but it's got a cover on it. SodaStream.
I mean, I think Five Nights is popular also because of like the various video people who. It's really interesting.
We're back to that.
It's really interesting how a horror game happens to just be like the correct genre for that time to get a bunch of the popular YouTubers of that time to play it. And now it's like, and then Game Theory joins the bandwagon, and now it's like, okay, this has become big now, and I'm gonna do 7 sequels.
Wait a minute, I got a question. Was he trying to make a kids game that was friendly?
His first attempt was that, yes.
The irony of this is, okay, I see you making something fun and friendly, but also, your father was famous for Friday the 13th, you know? I mean, wouldn't it be ironic if you tried to make something fun and friendly? Do you see yourself doing a horror game?
I don't know.
It's a suspense game. It's not a horror game, right?
No, it's absolutely, well, it's a suspense game, but it's a suspense game with very strong horror elements.
We shifted dramatically in our subject here, and can I just dramatically shift back to what I was saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You can cut all this out.
This old guy, John Malone, was being interviewed about his investing, and I guess he's got a lot of credential. He said he's buying hard assets now because he's like, all this spending that the Fed has done because of the COVID stay-at-home stuff, you know, and trying to promote the economy and everything, right?
Is Bitcoin a hard asset?
You know what? He said, okay, so he said he was buying real estate and farms, and he was buying potato farms and all this weird shit. But he said the reason why is because all the Fed spending is going to make the value of the dollar decline, and anything hard asset thing that you own is going to increase in value, like a car that you bought for $25,000. Of course, cars lose their value. That's not a good example, but you would buy the same car the next year for $30,000 or $40,000, right?
My thought process was, well,
you're on the right track because gold is what the traditional hard asset investment has been. But if you look at gold,
Bitcoin is now also one of those.
Yes, I was thinking like
Even
a millennial.
It's the opposite of the definition of a hard asset.
It's
a softer asset than the U.S. dollar.
Yeah, so I was thinking, okay, gold. And I thought about all my experiences with gold and how gold just sits there.
I like how I immediately thought of this, and you're going through your whole thought process you did the same conclusion.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like dragging it out for drama. But honestly, wait, didn't you think this like months ago when you first bought Bitcoin? You said this.
I think I said something along those lines, like...
You were right. You were ahead of your time. And not only that, I thought, okay, what are all these Robinhood investors going to buy? And it's so cool that you can buy Bitcoin on Robinhood with just a click of the button.
Yeah, that's a really big
You can't even, I don't think BTC is the ticker. I don't even think you can do that on Schwab. I never saw it. But it's right in your face. When you're on Robinhood, it's just right there. Yeah. And I saw that little line in the green, and I thought, what would a millennial do? You know, to see the way they present certain stocks on there, I'm thinking there's millions of people on Robinhood seeing the same thing up at the top of their list. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin went from 1,700. Now it's like 18,500 or something. Actually, I don't know because it's always changing.
It's up though. It's being good.
I made a lot of money on that too. So
My prediction is I don't think it'll soar past the point where the peak was, where it like there's a point where you look at the Bitcoin stock of all time, and there's a point where it was just climbing and climbing and climbing,
we're almost there.
And then it shot back. Really?
I don't know. Oh, where's my phone?
I think it'll probably not.
Do you have your phone?
I don't have my phone at the moment.
Okay, we have to know this. And ironically, this is also true of Tesla. I bought Tesla, I doubled my money, and you know how I said, oh, I made so much, I got to get out. But the other thing I noticed is it climbed and climbed and climbed, got to 500, and it's a psychological barrier, and it went to like 508, and that's around when I sold it.
Right.
And I thought, you know what? It's kind of hesitating. I'm going to get out. And it did. It's kind of stalled out. And when you have options, I had options. When you have options, you can't just sit there while it's hesitating or going flat because you just lose money every day.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll get my phone.
Yeah, check that. Because I don't think it'll go past that. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I think that's going to be a tipping point.
You are correct. And the reason you're correct is because you thought that. So if you...
Yes.
Wait, what happened? Why don't I hear myself anymore?
I was thinking you were going to say exactly that.
I can't hear myself. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Oh, so then it's my headphones. There we go.
Can you hear you now?
So my point being, you thought that.
Yeah.
That means other people thought that.
Yes.
And if they all thought that, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what happens. It's like if everybody thinks that
stock market works. Stonks go up, stonks go down. Just like it's all based on what the meme man's face is.
Okay, I'm going on Robinhood. Oh, wow. What? Oh, no. Okay, I don't know my way around Robinhood. I'm looking at the Robinhood screen, and I thought that was... First, I thought this number up here was the value of Bitcoin, and it's
not
like
true.
Not correct. Wait, I do have Bitcoin, don't I?
Yeah, let's see. So let's see.
18,473 right now.
Yeah, let's see the all-time. Let's see the 5-year chart.
Look at how high it
Whoa.
is. It's right there. Should I sell it right now?
I think you should sell it, yeah.
Okay, I don't know how many I have. Okay, so coach me.
You can hit sell.
But if I hit sell, I don't know how much I have.
Don't worry, just hit sell. And then up there, you'll see that number. And if you type that number in...
I can't see anything.
You see how right underneath the word Bitcoin, right underneath the word market sell, it says how much of it you have in dollars.
Damn it. I don't have my glasses. I had them a minute ago. Do you see any glasses?
I can read it to you.
Okay. It's fine. So
it says you have $3,000 of it available about, and if you just type anywhere near that. So
wait a minute. Didn't I just buy this?
Let's check. Let's find out. If you go down... We can see, okay, yeah, no, today's return is low. Total return is up $11.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. It was higher. But I think you're right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's up too high.
Let's take the $11 profit. Yeah, so we hit sell, and then if I just type 3,000 right now and I hit review, are you trying to sell all of your Bitcoin? And you can hit yeah.
Swipe up to submit. You want to swipe it?
Sure.
Sending order. Oh, that's the big thing. Okay, it sold.
Yeah.
And I lost $1.
Oh, yeah, it does that.
Which is fine.
It does that if you don't do a limit sell. If you do a limit sell, I think it'll do it better.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's me being bad.
No, I think it's automatically, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care. I wanted to get out because I agree with you. I was a little iffy about that.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
I can't believe we just traded on a Saturday night. So weird.
That's just because of cryptocurrency. Okay, that's not Robinhood.
Here's the other thing. I was with Schwab so many years, and I have like a top level trading, but I don't see any way on there that I can do pre-market.
I don't think I don't know if Robinhood does pre-market. I don't.
Yeah, Robinhood has it just right on my app already.
Right. I don't know.
I think Schwab just.
Oh, you mean Schwab?
Yeah, I think Schwab like. It's like nanny state kind of thing, you know? It's like they protect you from yourself.
Right.
Robinhood doesn't. It's like the free.
Robinhood is
for the free.
Cowboy Wild West.
I'm happy with it. Are you happy with it?
I'm happy with it.
Do you have anything right now in Robinhood?
I don't remember. I'll have to check my phone.
I think I'm now all cash.
I think I'm also out, last I checked. And I wanted to get back in, but I couldn't think of anything to buy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like
But like you said, there's a thing where how do you check what is like currently trending on Robinhood or whatever you were looking at?
So you get in the screen. I don't even understand. Do I own anything right now? Let me see. Is there a way to see what I own? I'm so lost. Well, this is not moving, so obviously I don't own Bitcoin anymore.
Right.
I think I
no,
sold
that's
my
not
Tesla.
Bitcoin, that's your whole portfolio.
I think I have nothing.
I think if you go into buying power, maybe. Or actually, no. I think there was a thing. If you hit the person,
okay, the little person,
maybe it'll go, and then you'll own it investing. And yeah, all you have is
portfolio
brokerage
value.
cash right now.
Wait. Okay, here's another thing. I transferred in $15,000 the other day.
Yeah.
But it's confusing how this shows. I mean, I don't want to talk about how much money I have in this account.
Well, this is your portfolio, and when you actually have stuff, it segments
this is
it
pending.
out.
This is like waiting the 3 days. So basically, by signing up for gold, instead of getting $1,000 that you can use instantly, you get an additional 5,000, I think.
Right.
So I'm still in the period where the stuff I transferred in is pending, and apparently this portfolio value is based on the 5,000 and the 1,000 that I already transferred in. And it's like 9,000. Does that mean? Yeah, that's about right. I made about 3,000.
Right.
In 1 week. I'm pretty proud of that.
That's pretty cool.
It's not a lot of
money.
money.
Just be careful, because I got confused once and I transferred more money than I had in my bank account.
That would be bad.
And
yeah, that
was
so fast. It happened so fast. I just clicked the button and it's in there.
Yeah, exactly. But it doesn't actually register. So if you go look in your bank account, the money's still there. And
yeah,
that's what.
Yeah,
that's
that
what
was a
got
funny
me.
thing. It was like the next day the money was still in my bank account. So you transferred 2 transfers?
Yeah, that's what got me.
Yeah, so you transfer it, and my bank account still has that much in it. Okay, I'll transfer it again.
It wasn't that. Well, actually, no, it was that.
That is a pitfall. That
Yeah.
is a pitfall. I guess anything you do, you need to be educated about.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm losing my voice again. I'm
What's next
thrilled
on the
with
script?
There's nothing left.
That's it.
I don't think so.
What about
my market prediction.
What's your market prediction?
We'll
close on that. That'll be our closer.
I can't because it's a political statement.
Okay then.
So I'm just gonna say goodbye.
Cue the Living Tombstones Five Nights at Freddy's song. That's not how the song goes.
We hope to see you next week.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Is that how it goes? I don't know.
Yeah, that's how it
Sing
goes.
it.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
All I know is it's a spooky bear that's staring at you.
All I know is that he's got the robot voices going, and it sounds very 2011.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See you next time, everyone. Bye.